Hello and welcome from the Bristly stranger. We are coming to something new today and I'm extremely excited for this one. It has been on my wish list since the day it was announced, and I was lucky enough to be sent a key by the developers. So a double bonus for the channel. It is Warhammer Underworlds Online. Now I have a copy of the physical board game of this, Warhammer Underworlds Shadespire. There are many expansions for it. Some of them are going to be warbands, and the latest one I believe adds magic into the game as well, more ranged abilities, something like that. I don't own that one, so I don't know too much about it. But when I saw that there was going to be a digital version of it, I thought that would be fantastic. It's a really nice little compact game, but of course the hardest thing is getting an opponent to play with. An online version means that the game base is going to be a lot bigger. Obviously the game is early access at the moment. If you are interested in picking it up yourself, as always with any game that we do on the channel, there is a link in the description below. And with it being early access, the game may change as it goes forward. I imagine they will be adding more warbands. I was very surprised to see that there were 4 warbands to choose from. Let's not waffle too much, let's hit begin and have a look at the different options. So, as you can see, I've had a few games of this already. We have got the orcs selected here. I quite like those, but the default one and the one you get in the board game are SteelHeart's Champions. Now, I'm not a massive fan of Age of Sigmar, mainly because I was around long enough to experience Warhammer Fantasy Battle and I don't like change. But these graphical representations of the models are fantastic. Very finely detailed. All of Games Workshop miniatures are really good. Some of the best available in any war games. As you can see at the side there, we've got 4 different factions to choose from. Now, I actually own this one, the Orcs and the Skellybobs. The Chaos faction is actually slightly different from the one that comes in the standard box. I think it is slightly better. The one in the box is a little bit flimsy, but you do get 5. As you can see, if we click through, these guys have got 4, the Orcs have got 4, the Skeletons have actually got 7. Now you might think this is an advantage, but Skeletons are a lot harder to play as. I think we are going to stick with SteelHeart though. They're nice and easy. I haven't really edited the deck because it is a card game as well as a miniatures game. I think we're going to do a bot match and I'll show you how the game works. So when you're playing a bot, you get the choice of who you're playing as. I'm just going to hit random. We can have a handicap. I'm not that brilliant at the game, so I'm going to hit no handicap. There we go. We're against SteelHeart as well. We get a roll-off. Now, it's the person that rolls the most criticals gets to choose, and then it is the most assists. We'll have a look at those in a minute. We can choose which selection of board to take. Now, the little skull icons, that is where our models will be setting up. There are quite a few to choose from, and I quite like the mirrored well, actually. It's got 2 at the front, it's got 2 here, it's got no blocked areas. Yeah, I'm going to confirm that. The opponent chooses one. Now this dark area, we can't walk through there. So that does block line of sight, so we can't attack through there either if we've got a range 2 ability. But that's fine. We are now placing objectives. And the strategy with SteelHeart, you don't really need to get the objectives. So we are going to keep them all as far away from the enemy as possible. You place 1. Now these are random. There are 5. And it's random which numbers actually come up. Oh, there we go. Get there in the end. And the last one we'll put right in the corner here. They are revealed. Now you don't need to know what the symbols are. When we go to the match, we will be able to mouse over and it will tell us which objective is which. I thought before we go too much further, we better have a quick explanation of the dice. This is a dice game. It's a 6-sided dice, but it doesn't have numbers on it. So certain hits or attacks require a certain dice face to appear. With the strong attacks, it is a hammer, and the weaker ones, it's a sword. As you can see, there are only 2 hammers and 1 sword. The critical symbol also counts as a hit, so hammers hit half the time and swords hit 1 in 3. You can improve the chances of success by putting a friendly model next to your target. If there is 1 friendly model, you get the assist symbol counting as a hit, and if there are 2, you get the double assist counting as a hit as well. With the black dice or the defense dice, it's exactly the same. The block is the strong version, the dodge is the weaker version, and assists count as well. If a critical is rolled to hit, you can only defend against it with a critical, but if you roll a critical in defense, that defends against normal hits, absolute. If you both have criticals on attack and defense, it comes down to who's got the most hits or the most defense. Sounds more complicated than it actually is. So, we are going in. We first get to have a look at our tactical cards. So, we've got a couple here straight away. Objective 5, well, Objective 5's just here, and Objective 1 is just here. So actually, we could score 2 victory points very quickly in the first round. The other one, at the end of the phase, a warband token took an enemy leader out of action. So we get a victory point for doing that. So we are quite happy with these cards. I'm not that happy with the fact that we have to either discard all of them or keep all of them. Sometimes you get one that's not so good and you want to throw that away, but that isn't an option. With our other cards, this is a power-up card that we won't be able to use. You can tell that by the little gears. This would give one of our guys 1 extra wound, which is really good. The others are all reactions. They look okay, so I'm going to keep them. We just pass. The computer will... there we go, we've got some critical hits. That means that we're going first. They obviously select their cards much quicker. I'm quite happy going first. We do get the choice because we won on the criticals. So yeah, we're going to go first. We now put our figures onto the board. Now if we're not attacking and we're going to be claiming objectives, we might as well set all 3 of them back here. That will encourage the enemy to come towards us. If we get this objective, they're going to have to come to it anyway. Yeah, let's put SteelHeart down first. That's our boss. We'll put him in the middle. They will be placing one over there. We will put Bright Shield over here. And I believe Oberyn does slightly more damage. He can go here. Now, on the first turn, we get 4 activations per side. We get a bonus one because we have to place first. So we are definitely... well, we do get the choice. I forgot about that. We are going to go first, though. Activation 1. There are 3 turns. So we know that this is the first turn. We've got 3 turns to go. We could either draw a new card, we could draw a new objective and discard, or we can do an action with one of our guys. If we move, we cannot move again in this phase. But I'm quite happy with that. We're going to move this one. We're going to go to the objective. We had to claim that one anyway. We'll just wander over there. She gets a little token on her saying no movement. If we do a charge, it's no movement or attacks. But she can attack as many times as we want now. We are now in the phase where we can play some of our action cards. So enemy fighters can't support. I don't think that's going to be a very applicable. Shardfall, we could do that to block them, but we kind of want them to move towards us. And Righteous Seal +1 damage. That's pretty good, but we're not going to be hitting on the next activation, so that's fine. And Healing Potion, we've not been hit. So we're just going to pass. They will play a card, so they are getting cleave. That means even if we roll a block, it still ignores it. That's fine. I believe SteelHeart himself has cleave on his attack anyway. Can't quite remember now. There we go, he's putting that on. I think he's just gone to objective 2. That's fine. He's probably got one of his objectives cards to claim that. We're going to pass. We're not going to play any of our cards. and our next activation. So really, we know what we're doing. We are going to get Oberyn. In fact, he's quite close. We're going to get our boss and just move to here. That way we're collecting both of our objectives for 5 and for 1. We could make it awkward for them to come round. So if we play our Shardfall, we can pick any area on the board. This area here will mean they can no longer get round this way. It means the other two guys are going to have to take longer. This guy hopefully will come towards us and be fighting 3 against 1. We could play something else, but I'm not going to at the minute. So yeah, they're over in character collecting one of the objectives. It looks like they're going to collect both of those objectives. That is fine. We're going to pass. Now, really, we want to be charging in, but they're too far away. We don't really want to be charged. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to draw a new card. Unstoppable Strike. So that is the same card that we saw them play. That is Unstoppable Strike. They get Cleave on their next action. That's fine. We're going to hang on to it for now. 2 activations left for them and only 1 for us. They're not coming towards us. Fair enough. So, we are going to pass here. Do you know what? These cards are all pretty good. I kind of want to hang on to most of them. For our last one, we are going to move Oberon. We don't really want to go towards them. We want to keep our guys together if we're able. So I am going to move him to here. And we're going to try and lure them in. They have all moved though, so we know they're definitely not coming to us this turn. There's nothing really I want to discard either. So we're going to be done with that. Their turn is pretty much going to be the same. They drew a card by the looks of it. We don't want to play a card. It's now the end phase. So in this one, it shows us any objective that can score come forward. So as you can see, objective 5 and 1, they're both forward. We have to drag them to be able to play them. So you don't have to claim them. I don't know why you wouldn't claim them. So we're going to claim both. The other one we can hang on to, or we can discard it. We are going to skip the rest of this. We have to confirm that too. Do we want to get rid of it? No, we'll keep that, so we'll pass that as well. Do we want to play any upgrades? So our glory, which is also victory points, can be spent. So this is an upgrade, we can tell because of the cogs. We can put that out and then select a person to play it on. Oberyn's the closest, so he's probably going to get hit. So I'm going to play it on him. He now has 5 health instead of 4. Very good. We haven't got any more upgrades to spend. You can't... there we go. If we mouse over it, you can see one of them is grey. That means it's been spent. It doesn't mean it disappears. We're still on 2 victory points, but only one of them is available for upgrades. I don't think we've got any cards we want to throw away. This one I'm not so bothered about. Maybe we can get rid of that, actually. We are going to pass on playing upgrades. This we are going to discard. I don't think they're going to be able to support each other anyway. Moving on, they're doing the same. We gather up to 5 cards. We've got this great strength. Now this adds +1 to damage. That is really good. They've got hold objective 4 and objective 2. We kind of guessed that they would. They got an extra one as well. They scored all 3. It must be keep the enemy out of their half or something like that. I don't know. I don't know all of the objectives at this time. We do want them coming forward though. Going into round 2, we get to roll the dice again. We got a crit, they didn't. We get the choice. This time I'm going to choose them to go first. I want them to move towards us. We are kind of out of charge range. Yeah, okay, they're moving back. They're doing Righteous Strike. So, Bright Shield, this lady here in the armour has now got an extra type of attack. That is fine. Do you know what? I don't... In fact, yeah, we can play our great strength. We are going to play it on Oberon, because I think he's going to be the one to lure them forward. Bright Shield has also got Shield Bash now. Okay. So I don't think on our turn we're going to be using any of these to our advantage, so we're just going to pass for now. They get a chance to play any more if they want to. We could draw a card. I think we are going to use Oberyn as bait, so we're going to move him. If we go here, their Oberyn might come in for a charge. We are completely out of range of our guys, but this one can't move again, and this one is well out of range. I didn't notice. The shard thing has disappeared, but it's kind of the same distance in either way. We still don't want to play any cards, so we're going to pass. In their go, we might want to be playing some cards. They are sidestepping. That doesn't put them into range though, so that's fine. We've also got a sidestep, so if we find that we can't attack anyone, we could sidestep in. But that will be for next go. It's going to be their activation next. Oh, they're doing extra damage. Okay, that's fine. We have to pass again. Forgot about that. There we go. And it's their activation now. So they are getting +1 to damage for this activation. They've wasted it. They've not come in to attack. Okay, well that's fine. We want to bait their Oberyn to come in on us. So what we're going to do, we're going to get our Bright Shield. It's not quite got to our go, so we're going to pass. Now it's our activation. There we go. We are going to just move her forward. Now that should almost put her into charge range as long as they come here. Or there, actually. That's fine. We are not going to play any cards. There go. Now, they are doing a charge, and as you can see, the token is slightly different. It's no movement and no attack. So this is their only attack. They got swords, they needed hammers. We got a support. Now that will come in later, but not now. Now, we will be able to attack with Oberyn. So, the cleave, we definitely want to do that on our next activation. And we have also got +1 to damage. We're going to be doing that as well. We've not took any damage, so we'll hang on to these for now. We're going to pass. It's now our third activation. Our cards come into effect. We can do our attack. Now, normally it does knockback. It does 3 damage. I think that's normal because we've upgraded him. It should do 4 damage if we hit. Now, this is a support. We've got no one in support, and this is 2 support. So we've missed. We've got a shield, and that means they have become inspired. When they become inspired, they get slightly better. Their block has gone from 1 to 2. It wasn't even a successful block, it was just a shield block. The Inspire is different for every warband. Obviously, we're both SteelHeart, so yeah, it's the same. So we've completely fluffed our attack. You're at the mercy of the dice. We don't want to play another one, so we're just going to skip. It's their 4th activation. They can't really do anything. So, yeah, we'll pass. We will. Now, we will just attack with Oberyn. We didn't have cleave, but we've got to hit. So we rolled 2 dice. We got a critical, which is always a success unless they roll 1. They didn't, so we did hit. Now we could move them away. Oh, wow, we did 4 damage. Okay, so we could move them away if they weren't dead. That's fine. This is the last activation. Do you know what? We are going to make sure our boss, SteelHeart, gets a little bit closer to us. The healing potion we're going to keep. Obviously, that is quite useful. We have got an extra glory point for taking somebody out of action. Yeah, no fighters adjacent to their men, so they score an extra point for that. We are not holding Objective 3. Objective 3 is the one back here. We could have done it, but oh well, never mind. We're moving forward now. Score immediately. Yeah, I don't think we're going to do that. So on ours, we are not scoring any. We are going to skip and confirm. We are going to get rid of that one. I don't think we're going to be able to kill 2 of their fighters. But that is more likely. And once we do this, we immediately score it and get a chance of getting a new one. So we will hang on to that for now. Our other one, of course, is kill their boss, who is hiding at the back. We will pass, because we don't want to lose any of our cards. We don't want to play this one either. We don't want to discard it. We have got lots of upgrades this time. We have still got 1 unspent glory, so we can actually play one of these. Going first, I think we're going first because we've got the support dice. Do you know what? We're going to make them go first. I kind of like the idea of that. Bright Shield, Oberyn, getting an extra dice. Yeah, we kind of do a lot of damage with him. I'm quite happy with that. Right, we've got nothing on movement. So I think our Anghard is going to be too far away. We do want to play a card though. Yeah, okay, let's give Oberyn a card. He's already powered up. He's the one that's probably going to be in there. Yeah, they've got another power up as well. They've spent all their glory. They are winning. We aren't going to play another card. So our movement is 3. 1, 2, 3 takes us just too far away, so we should have sidestepped with her. Never mind. We can engage them, but we'd have to charge. So what I'm going to do, we're going to move SteelHeart himself forward to there. There we go. We don't want to play any upgrade cards or anything like that, so we're just going to pass. Now hopefully they come into us. No, they're going for the objective. Okay. Well, they've already claimed these objectives. I'm not entirely sure why they would want to do it again. We don't want to play a card, so we're going to ignore that. We are going to move forward with her to there. Now this may look like a bit of a cheesy move. It's wasted, but they've got 2 goes left. If we had charged, they would have got 2 attacks on us. So we don't really want that. There go. They can't move again. They can, yeah, play another card. Can't be driven back. Okay, that's fine. We're going to pass. We're going to play our healing potion. We're going to activate our 3rd one. We are going to charge and attack here. Right, we could do either. Now this one rolls an extra dice. This one does more damage. We don't overly care about the damage. Let's roll an extra dice. The damage wouldn't have killed them with 3. Got a crit. Didn't see an extra dice roll though. Okay, we did still do +1 damage, so maybe I clicked on the wrong thing. I don't know. We're going to pass. They get another go. She's going to hit us, or attempt to. And 3 dice. She got 2 hammers. We didn't get a shield, so we do get hit. Is she going to force us back? Do you know what? We are going to play our healing potion now. We roll the dice. If it's a shield, which it is, or a crit, we get to heal 2. So, hooray! We can't do anything else. I have got auto pass switched on, so it just skipped our go. We literally can't do anything here. Annihilation, that's a good turn 3, but yeah, we are not going to do it. It is now the end of turn 3 as well. So we are going to draw and discard. We're going to get rid of Annihilation because we know we can't score that. Hold objective 2. Okay, there. on it. That's fine. We don't score any. We skip that. It goes to the end. It's the finish phase. It is 4-3. We got very close to killing, but not quite. I think we didn't do too bad for our first go. I think with cards you can edit your decks and put different cards in. With the objectives as well, you can do the same. I definitely think there is going to be a certain amount of customization to get it right. I, of course, have gone into this with the default. I've not really practiced with SteelHeart much either. When I play the board game, I largely use the skeletons, mainly because they're really difficult to use, and I largely play with my kids and it gives them the advantage. That's always good fun. And that, of course, is the main goal with all of these games, just to play for fun. I think the game is very faithful, and like I say, if you can customise your deck, the cards that are in at the minute, they're not all in. I think there are some different ones that I remember from the board game that aren't in the game as of yet, but of course, early access, they might be coming in later. If you get the customisation right, I think you can have a winning tactic, but of course, it is down to RNG, the luck of the dice. If the dice go against you, you're not going to win. I think I probably will come back to this and have a look at the different factions. I definitely want to customise a lot more. But I thought I'd get SteelHeart out of the way because I find them the least interesting, really. If you have enjoyed the episode though, please do leave a like. If you've got any comments, drop them in below as well. Always great to hear from you. And of course, if you haven't already, please subscribe. But for now, I've been the Bristly Stranger. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully we'll see you next time.